What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to break down the tape of left tackle Bernhard Raimann, who got his first start for the Indianapolis Colts yesterday. I know a lot of people killed Raimann on social media. Even the broadcast crew got in on it at some point, saying that the Bernhard Raimann experiment was not working. But what these people don't tell you is the fact that Bernhard Raimann played in 79 total snaps. Yes, he had 4 penalties. He gave up 1 quarterback hit. But overall, across the 79 snaps, the guy was pretty good. And in run blocking specifically, the guy was absolutely phenomenal. Today, we're going to break down his tape. Let's just jump right into it. Now, of course, he did have 4 penalties. But in my opinion, of the 2 holds, one was completely not correct. In my opinion, I think it was an absolute terrible call. And of course, the second one I think was questionable. You can absolutely throw the flag, but you could also maybe let it go. And finally, the false start is a false start. There's no way around it. But do keep in mind, this was Raimann's first ever career start. Jumping right into the first rep, you're going to see Bernhard Raimann double team down on Vermont Jones, and he's going to stick right with him. This is a power run where the right guard pulls and kicks out, and you have a lead here, and basically everyone else is kind of just going to block down. But you can see that Raimann's going to end up sticking here with Vermont Jones. As you guys watch this play continue, he does a great job sticking with him. He does a great job finishing on this play. You know, some people may give up after 1 or 2 seconds of blocking a guy, but Raimann sticks with him all the way through, and this is what I want to see from a rookie. Vermont Jones can absolutely wreck a game plan. He is a top 10 defensive tackle. Raimann does a good job sticking with him, and there's so many reps like this where he does a really nice job. Now, if this is the first time you're on this channel, do understand we look at both positive and negative plays, and this is one of the negatives, and this is one of the negatives that we've known about Raimann's game. Coming out of college, he was not great in pass pro. And this is one of the things he's going to have to work on. That is anchoring down in pass protection. Again, he's going up against Vermont Jones. He's going to make contact. And generally speaking, as a tackle, you can, after you make contact, give up about 1 to 2 yards. But after 1 or 2 yards, you have to anchor down. And in this play right here, you see that Raimann tries to anchor. He tries to drop those hips. And ultimately, Jones is going to overpower him and take him right back into the quarterback. And Jones gets a hand on the quarterback. To me, that's a losing rep. That's not a big deal, right? Raimann's biggest flaw is his pass pro. So expect him to absolutely lose in pass pro if he doesn't get the help that he's going to need. But do understand that his flaws in pass pro are going to be made up with his run blocking ability. Here's a great play. He's going to be on a backside seal on Vermont Jones. He's going to get to the inside and seal it off. And this play right here goes for 7 yards. Now here's the thing with this play. This is an inside zone to the left of your screen, which means all of these guys have to be able to go to the left of your screen. Ultimately, you're going to see number 47 step up into the A gap here, pre-snap, and that's going to change the blocking. That's going to make it a little bit more difficult because now the center has to step to his right. The center has to make sure he's able to get to number 47. That means that Nelson is going to have to get to the inside of number 97, and that means Raimann has to cover Nelson and get to the inside of number 93. It is not an easy task to reach on a 3-tech defensive tackle the way number 93 is. But as this play begins, you're going to see Raimann do a great job taking that inside step, getting to the inside of number 93 and sealing the backside off. That's a great job by Raimann. But I'm not surprised with this block because these are the things he did while he was in college. The athleticism really helps him out. Are you guys jumping into this next play? This is a power run duo concept, and I think Raimann does a really nice job on this play. In this play, Raimann and Nelson are going to double team the 4-eye technique defensive tackle, and one of those 2 guys has to pick up the linebacker. If the linebacker jumps to the inside, it'll be Nelson. If he jumps to the outside, it would be Raimann. He is going to jump to the inside on this play, which means Raimann and Nelson have to have the heads-up awareness to realize which guy sticks to the defensive tackle and which guy's going to pick up the linebacker. Now, in this play, Raimann has to stick with the defensive tackle, and Nelson has to pick up the linebacker. That's exactly what they do. In my opinion, this is a really nice job by Raimann to be able to move the defender downwards and create this lane. Now, this only goes for 3 yards, but I think if this was Jonathan Taylor, this play picks up a lot more yards. See, as this play goes on, you can see there's a developing lane. And there's enough blockers with the receiver here just right off your screen that you can't see. You'll see them in a second. But between the receiver off the left of your screen and the block here on this guy, there's enough guys that Lindsey should either be able to kick it to the inside here, and if that's not open, he should be able to bounce it to the outside. There's no reason this play should not have picked up more yards. You have all the blockers you need. And ultimately, if this was Taylor, I don't see how Taylor wouldn't be able to bend this to the inside or bounce it to the outside and pick up more than 3 yards. Either way, I think this play only works because of the double team block by Nelson and Raimann and the fact they're able to process and get up to that linebacker. This is a pretty solid job. Let's get into the next rep. Alrighty guys, you got a split zone concept, which means number 83 is going to wham backside. On the front side, you have a bunch of out blocks from left tackle to right tackle. And what you're going to see on this play is that Lindsey's going to get the ball and he's going to bend it back right on the inside of Raimann. Now, as you guys watch this play, if Raimann doesn't stick to Bradley Chubb the way he does here, this play doesn't pick up 5 yards. This is a nice job right here by Raimann to stick with Chubb. Nothing major, but I do want it to be known, Raimann did a good job in run blocking. He showed a lot of really good traits, from his ability to stick with guys, whether it was on reach blocks or out blocks, down blocks, in the power concepts, the duos, the mental processing. Raimann looked pretty solid in my opinion. Don't let the penalties, as well as what the broadcast crew said, skew your opinion of Raimann. I think he's the future at left tackle for the Colts. Even in pass pro, he was not that bad. Here's a great example of him and Nelson switching on the defensive line game. Ryan being able to step up and make the pass, and this pass goes for 15 yards. But this play does not work if Raimann doesn't see that the defensive tackle and the defensive end are running this game. See, when this defensive end goes into Nelson and this defensive tackle comes around, Raimann has to be able to switch and pick that defensive tackle up. And he does just that on this play right here. This is a really nice job switching and ultimately creating that pocket where Ryan can step up, deliver the pass. It's a great job. Let's get into the next rep. Now, I do think Raimann did a pretty solid job, but again, one of the things we do on this channel is look at some of the bad reps, and this is going to be one of his bad reps. The defensive end is going to drop back into coverage, and Raymond's going to be in a one-on-one situation with Jermont Jones. Jones is a really good pass rusher, and in this play, he's going to beat Raimann. He's going to swipe down his hands. He gets pressure. He's not the guy that actually hits the quarterback. The guy that ends up hitting the quarterback actually comes unblocked from the right side of your screen. But he still wins this rep, and he still gets close to being able to make contact with the quarterback. Let's talk about this play right here. On this play, as the defensive end drops back, you're going to see Raymond's going to be in a one-on-one situation with Jermont Jones. Jones has to take the outside containment because of the fact that the defensive end dropped back. Now, Raimann has to understand the fronts and understand what this defensive tackle is going to try to do. Now, Raymond's going to throw his punch, and Jones is going to use that right hand of his, and he's going to actually swat down the left hand of Raimann. If you guys look at it carefully, there's the swat, and ultimately Raymond's leading forward, and once he got swatted, he ends up falling forward, and he ends up losing his balance. Sometimes the simple things, right, just the one right hand swat right here by Jones is going to be enough to force Raimann to lose his balance. And it's so quick where you may not even almost see it, but it happens really quickly. There's the punch right there with the right hand. The left hand of Raimann comes off, and Jones ends up getting to the quarterback. Again, this isn't necessarily a quarterback hit. It's a little bit of pressure, but it's a losing rep. And again, it is pass pro. Raimann has to get better in pass pro, but for what he does in his run blocking, I think he makes up for his pass pro. Now, as I watched Raimann last night, as I watched this tape today, it's very clear, right? He needs to get stronger. He needs to get better in pass pro. He's really good in run blocking when it comes to like angles and when he needs to reach and get to a certain spot. But when he needs to use his power, even in the run game, he struggles a little bit. It's a power run to the inside. Raimann just has a simple backside seal, and notice how Chubb is going to make contact. And Chubb's actually going to be able to take Raimann and drive him backwards a little bit. Now, ultimately, Raimann still does his job because Chubb doesn't make the tackle. But as he gets stronger, he's going to have to learn to stop a guy and not let him even get close to touching the running back. Not a major deal because none of those plays actually bring the running back down, and it's still a gain of 9 yards. But as I watch this play and I watch him make contact with Chubb, as he's going to develop to anchor in pass pro, he's going to have to learn to anchor in his run game, right? On these backside seals. He has to be able to get stronger and stop Chubb and not let him ultimately drive him backwards and get close to making contact with the running back. Alrighty guys, I want to go ahead and end the video with some final thoughts. You know, I felt like Raimann had his ups and downs last night, but one thing I will say is I think he has all the potential to become a really good left tackle. A player he reminds me of is a guy in Colton Miller, who as a Raiders fan, I watched his entire career. Miller went from a guy giving up 17 sacks in his rookie year to 8 sacks his second year to now he's one of the best left tackles in the NFL. Right? At least he's a top 10 left tackle. And he's great in run blocking. He absolutely crushes people in run blocking. Year 2, Miller had gotten much stronger. And in year 3, he got even stronger. And year 4, where he's at now, he's just different. And I think that's where Raimann will be as the years go on. And as the 77th overall pick in the draft, I don't see how he shouldn't start just the rest of his career as long as he's with the Colts. I think he will have success. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this is the first time you're on this channel, consider subscribing. We will look at Raimann again, hopefully next week after he gets some playing time, or maybe some weeks down the line, and we'll do a couple other players along the offensive line. Maybe we'll look at the defensive line. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.